Hello everyone, I'm Fairfoot and this is City Skylines, and welcome back to our road to 100,000 pop. Last episode we bought an extra tile and we kind of kept filling in some stuff, and we noticed we had a major problem with losing population. Now I've kind of researched it a little bit, and it turns out that and some of you may know this, it turns out the actual problem is the older portion of our population is dying off. You'll see that we have 32% seniors. Well, they're just getting old. Once that population percentage drops by a significant amount, we should start having a nice rebound in population. Some people have reported going upwards of around like 800 a week for that. And once that rebounds, that's probably when we will shoot up to 100. But until then, we're going to have to just kind of deal with it. The other thing that's going to happen is we're going to have a lot of employment issues. But let's get back into it. So we do have some demand for residential and commercial now. This is still filling in, but ever so slowly. Let's throw down some more roads over here, because we gotta provide some room for our commercial. Now I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. Well, other than that, right here I'm going to leave that open for a bunch of parks and stuff. I don't want to have a bunch of roads going right into that main drag right there. So I'm just going to do one like every so often, but not every single one will go through. Now you'll see that we're still losing a bunch of citizens. I actually did lower, last episode, I lowered the taxes on the high density to see if we could get some more pouring in, and it helped it for a little while, but then it just kind of ramped back up. So all we gotta do is kind of just wait for those senior citizens to die off. Now this won't be as significant of a population drop as the plague that hit us a little while back, as you'll remember, but it will be still pretty significant. As you can see, we're still having a lot of employment issues. Like, I mean, a lot of our industry is now losing employees. And so a lot of these cannot be worked, unfortunately. I really need to install that mod that automatically demolishes stuff. That would make things so much easier. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Last time I installed something and used it, bad things happened. So I think I'll play it like a quick game. Oh, we are having some issues here. Ah, I see. There we go. Alright. Yeah, last time that happened, sorry about that. My Microphone kind of crapped out there for a second, but now it's fine. Alright, yeah, we're just kind of basically having to keep up, just kind of some upkeep going. Luckily, we're still getting money. I've seen a lot of threads where people have had problems in the past once they lost all this population, that they were no longer able to turn a profit. And luckily, we do have a huge treasury to kind of keep us from losing too many, but it can become an issue later on, and I don't want to go into serious debt again like we did during the plague. So hopefully we don't have as big of a problem. So what I'm going to do while we're waiting for our population to come back is not only kind of take care of all these abandoned buildings, but also kind of revamp our traffic system, because it's bad. Let's just take a look at this. Look at all that red. That is not good. I mean, that's not bad. It's not great. It could be better. This is also not very good. I mean, the traffic is moving, which is good. But we still have a backup right here on the ring, and that is a problem. So we need to fix that somehow. Yeah. So I think we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Now, I think something that'll be a good idea is to possibly put an entrance right there and like an exit right there. Maybe. Oh, they turned around. Maybe. That might have worked a little bit to kind of lighten the load on this. Because look at that. I know what that's all from. That's from this. So what I need to do is actually move this to where it actually goes through. Thought I turned you off. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then I'm just gonna kind of do this. Did I just get rid of what I think I did? Okay, it looks like it just moved him back a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so we should start seeing a lot of these move this way now. Hopefully. This is two-way, right? Yeah, okay, well why aren't we getting a lot of these going the other way? Oh no! Yep, see? All that population is dying off. Let's see, let's take a look. We're down to 30%. That should drop down significantly. So let's see here. I want to make sure. Actually, let's look at pollution. I don't see any pollution in the line, so it's definitely just the population dying off. So let's go back to this. Yeah, we just had a huge spike. Like it was before when we looked at it at the beginning of the episode. The births was actually above the deaths, but now it's more than double. So we're going to have some major issues for a little while. So let's actually go ahead and plop down a couple cemeteries to kind of help deal with the overload. go. And there we go. And we can always get rid of these later on. Alright, let's just put this slope too steep. That's not an excuse. Alright. There's not as many there, but I'm gonna guess we're gonna have some problems, so just gonna plop down a couple right there, a couple right here. This is probably just hugely overkill, but I can always empty these later. Road function. This building is constructed next to a road. Oh, okay. That's a warning about this. Okay, so let's unpause. And I'm just going to go through and work on getting rid of all these abandoned buildings here. Now, I imagine some of you are probably like, why don't I just build regular industry instead of making a bunch of like farm and forestry and all that stuff? Well, the thing is you actually get more money from your industry if you produce all the things you need locally. Because every commercial building that you'll see in the game actually requires a certain amount of each kind of industry, or the different buildings require different kinds of industry. Like general industry will actually import, if it's not available internally, like forestry products or farm products or oil products or ore products. And it's the same with your commercial buildings. They require goods as well. Though most of them require just general goods from your general industry, they will import them if they have to. So if you can actually get everything internally, not only will your city become more self-sufficient, but you actually get more tax revenue from both your industry and commercial zones. Are we actually starting to run out of oil over here? If so, I'm just going to convert this to regular industry. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like all the oil is gone in this particular part right here. Yeah, we're not producing oil anymore. So we need to actually go over here and produce oil. Or we need to just zone or get roads over there and zone it for oil. How are we doing on the population percentages? Oh, down to 27. Okay. It's coming back. See, now we're down to just around 100 lost per week instead of the like 500 we were at one point. We're getting there. We're bouncing back. It's kind of a cyclical thing. We just kind of manage it as we go. I hope we're doing good on the whole dead body situation, are we? No, it kind of doesn't look like it. So let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of dead body things. You know what? I know that there's offices and stuff right there, but I need a thing kind of centralized there. So, and yes, I know I'm doing very much an overkill of cemeteries, but I feel like I must do it. And yes, I know this episode's probably very boring because of all of the just kind of getting rid of all this. You know what? I'm actually going to just de-zone this whole area. we don't really need anything right here yet. When we get our population back, we can rezone it, but until then, we don't need it. And hopefully that'll also free up some people for all the different buildings that need jobs. Hopefully. Okay, let's see here. We're actually getting some residential demand, surprisingly, but we still have that low density area over there in the eastern part of the city that is still filling in, so we will wait for that to fill up before we do anything else. I forget what this area was. Was this ore over here? Because I can't remember. Oh, would you look at that? It's all... Opening up that other route was much better. This was ore. And we're not producing anything anymore. It's not as much. So what we can go ahead and do is we can go to generic industry now. Oh, must have gotten rid of it, okay. Oh, we have some problems. Yeah, forestry and farming, not surprisingly, are the only industries that will actually continue to use the land. Like, yes, farming does deplete the fertile land just a tiny bit over time, but not really all that much. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, if we take a look at the resource thing, like, look at that. It's still fertile. Like, no problem whatsoever. And forestry tends to do very well over here. Like, I'm going to continue the forestry area over here so that we can continue that. But we still gotta get our population to go back up. I mean, we're gaining people now, which is good. We want that. I think we're actually approaching the end of the episode. I'm not sure. I'll give it a couple more minutes. I forgot to set my timer this time around. So I'm kind of... Yeah. I'm kind of like... I don't know. Okay, I'm going to actually go ahead and do the roads for this area. So I want to get this whole section kind of doing the oil business. Is that going to cause major problems? I have no idea. Okay, where is that? Okay, so we can do that. We can do all of this as industrial. Oh, not that. It's like, let's just go to like right there. That should be fine. Right? Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So now they can do more oil right there, and then we need to change this to something else. Since we actually have more commercial demand, let's go ahead and get rid of some of these sections. Turn it into commercial. So we have more demand for that. And commercial will kind of help it to bounce back a little bit. Do that. And then I'm going to put offices right here. Kind of buffer area for this residential area. Okay. Well, I think we're doing good. We're actually, wow, we're gaining a lot of population here for that. Let's see. Let's take a look at the percentages now. Where is it? There it is. Down to 22%. We did start at 32, so we're down 10% on that. That might not sound like a lot, but that's 60. Oh well. Let's see here. So that meant that, you know, a fifth of it all. So about what was that? 13,200 or something like that were senior citizens or are senior citizens. That's a pretty significant portion of the population. We'll actually see a similar effect take place in the United States very soon, because all of the baby boomer era children or generation, they're all getting older, and eventually they'll all retire. And the workforce will actually just drastically decrease. And the percentage of senior citizens will increase. Still having body issues, apparently. A dead person is waiting for transport. Do we have people? Nothing going in there. It's probably stuck in there, to be honest. So what we need is another connection somewhere. I'm sorry, my friends, but you kind of in the way. There. Now people can go that way if they have to. Alright, well, that's going to have to be the episode. We are now gaining population again. That's now 2 kind of waves of death that we have occurred. But we are going to come out of it even stronger than ever now. So, yeah, that's going to be it. I have been Farrafluid. You have been you. This has been City Skylines. I think we started the episode off with 72,000. Now we're at 67, but we were down at like 62 at one point. So, we're doing pretty good right now. And we'll continue this next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.